You know say plenty people no get for vote the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so, now it go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help people. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey work na Lumley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake there. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to your business. You dey go serve na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then na power or me party go return na power if I not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation.
Fambul na kusha enu na aduo. We are don't come back today for can't talk about things where they happen.
Now we on sweet hearts alone. Now we on. Whoa, then we left for do them bad things then. We the feel almost alone. Now we on.
Whoa, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry.
You really mean dog.
We no mean battle. We just want for make we are go before.
Please come with it again.
If we hurt you, we sorry.
Yeah.
We no mean battle. We just want for make we are go before. Family, una pusher and cabo inside this one big family house. Of course, we always they tell una say how then they bring them to we in their own way. Now so we self they take them for come break and down so everybody they able benefit from waiting them they talk. Mind you, we know they talk on we own, but we they talk on top of them talk and we they play the audios and videos them whether they do as well we they read the letters them way they come out from the young parts.
But that's not incitement.
I know. Well, we they do for make the one them we know the English how it go incitement for make them know how we they incite upon all them things here we don't try for put clear so we people them. Fambul them inside the basket today. The secretary for the tribal heads inside Mama Salon don't tell Kiatika Biose for make it show himself to people them we want for test them as a caretaker. You understand what they talk? For you, me brother within that village. The secretary, the person where they for right, we represent the tribal heads them. Don't put fire or don't tell caretaker for make relent or make reverse on the things them where they do right now. Make it do more bad to people them where he say that they test caretaker in leadership. Well, it's still not up there. As we all know, the mommy did not run away as people say he go hide because of the smoke where if they see now the country. Well, today the mommy when a Fatima Jabi Bio don't return back now the country as August 8th, Bos don't they get Kulwata now. This and plenty things them they inside the issues them today for discourse. Me now by Bure Kablai from the north, the biggest warrior with the sharpest cutlass, no retreat, no surrender.
And me, Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Well, I represent the east and the south of the country. But good thing don't they happen. Yes, I say plenty thing don't they happen. We moral guarantor them. Don't they turn gara? I mean, then gara them, we put on our water and they run. Well, you get other people like we don't work stronger one for peace in the country. Don't begin make strong recommendation again. So the government, for Seka, who that for the inside the investigation team and who that not supposed for the inside the investigation team. Now all that 9 to line for you today inside this program. Yeah? If you just the join we, remember one of the things that you for first do as you the join we so inside the program. Now for make sure say you help we for share the program. Okay, you don't do that, right? What about if you just decide for like the program? Just press the reaction button if you watch me on YouTube. Or na Facebook, na YouTube, just press the like button and Facebook the reaction button. Just press that for we. How about that? You good? Alright, then the next one now, the conversation, they begin. But remember, as you do left you strong comments them, do ya make it be civil, yeah? No mix and tribal business. That regional divide, we dey against that they totally. One of the things that we stand for serious one inside this program, now for make sure now that word where they say unity, freedom, and justice. Now we motto that in a salon. Okay, we find out say it on the die. Well, now that make we there. In as much as we try for promote all of them things and they, but we not go forget one thing, no. We go all we leader them to account stronger one, especially the one they within our government. Now that make with 90% of this we program here, the focus stronger one on the one them within a power. Yes, now then they na power, now then the all we responsibility. I mean now then they run the way out the country they go right now. 10%. They go to the opposition and any other thing where they happen inside the country. But why 10% to the opposition where they be done day? Then be done day. Then don't hold their accounts, they don't thief, they don't come out. People say, we tire, we not go no. The one the way they now. Now then get the responsibility for make sure say, then do the things them where the people really want we or want them for do. So now the reason this we basically the focus stronger one and watch them. But the unfortunate say the government we get, they're not listen to any critical voice. The only way they listen are Vuvuzela. Who that they praise, thanks and praise to all the government officials. Oi, including Maada Bio, thanks and praise to we young caretaker. Oi. Anytime when you do that kind of thing, they're glad for you. They say yes, you like your country. But when you begin say, Maada Bio don't violate this, Maada Bio then say you don't do this, they go and forge receipts. They say, you na enemy of states. We dey go after you, tiggy. Anyway, the program now we had. My name is Pierre, the freedom fighter.
By Bure Kablai from the north, we move.
You season tranga right now. If you not say, water, the push me to cut tranga one, I will kiss the road. Well, some people say na the cosmetic road, where the last one they make. Well, we not go too much run away from that kind of thing though, because we see the kind gutter there. But at the same time, the kind of activity them where they take place up the hill, we not forget that one there as well. Then say the mayor, he don't care how to in program, but say now they not see anything good. That's not true. Not true. The mayor they try, they go inside gutter, but still, a need for do more for that city there. But at the same time, we get what we call that environmental, or how you call them? Imagine, come on, how you call this thing where they na ONS? Basically, they look at outside things that they happen and they make sure say they respond to them immediately. Well, all man get responsibility. But what you know I will tell you, if you know say you dey near a gutter, outside if water rain come boku water will flop the kaisa house. Do ya? As you begin hear that big rain dey come, try by safu come on that side. Go na your neighbor we get stronger house when he host e eye go team up there. Well, the other advice wey dem go give you again, dem go tell you say if you dey na side usa you fair not say tick dem dey and cable dem dey, do ya try fair little bit escape from that side there, because when the water dey come or when the breeze go blow, then tick for them. If for them with cable, oh my god, we no want for see that kind of situation there. Do ya prevent yourself for make sure so you do the right thing when the rain dey come. What about you? Now bam dey cause the problem. I say you when they throw away dirty na gutter. When you see small rain come, you pull all that dirty when you don't get that almost here you go to a gutter. Now you dey cause the problem. You remember when people they don't die? People they die and people will continue for die through that you action there. But wait, I no go forget the Freetown City Council as well. Now inside Freetown we fear not say you go walk out from Circular Road, take go Ferry Junction, you no go see one dirty box. One dirty box you no go see. Then go say no, we get man there where they go all around with the wheelbarrow and tricycle. Almost of them. How much dirty they able for take? Interestingly, in the absence of them one and they, since they're not able for full up the other side them, waiting they happen next. Them bobo them where they totes blind go come and meet me say Sembe you get dirty. I say yes with the intention say they go through the dirty self or go through where. And they get that dirty now the one whole treat. He full up that big blind. Big blind. It total now they go. Then after they reach that side, who say nobody know this here, he puts them down. Or he go down if na that mountain cut area that Odokoko side. He go dump and they. Then when the water canal inside big one, he flash am. He go iban pan people them where they down na the waterway. So do ya, this na all my responsibility. But Mama Mayor, come on, that English, this and small, kick you game. You know, try you oja tranga one. Especially for the dirty, the one the way they collect. Now that day again, now one of the main problem inside the city. Yes, one problem inside the city. If you for be not able, one time in the way they be try for do them transit points them. And not say you be don't fight with the government, especially in that area, that SLBC area. As you be the try for build one kind transit site there, then you get the Nisandi where feel say I ain't get the government and the country say no, you know for put and they can understand. But still, you need for look as you do waka yourself, lobby to other people them, may they able for get you them container them where then they put and then they pull. You understand it? First the way we been small, now then dirty box and they will see. Then they put them where you full up motor car, just can't pick up, you go with them. What about that kind of idea there? Rather than the put, because interestingly the one that we been there before this term, they hype for well that city council business day with that transit side and and because them build something that will not be even they do anything in the country. But please, Mayor, kick you game, Esther you or tight and make sure say you help on the dirty business. That law, that bylaw, where I been they see that term, where them put law so we throw dirty in a treat, then go run after you 500,000. Nothing for bring them kind of thing in the bag. Because if not to that one day, the life of people will continue for the run away inside we country and they go next wall. And we not like for the see them things then they. We move.
We fly.
Fambul dem on kushebo. We had don't come back today. Okay. We get a lot of things them where don't happen. Gigi's now as we they come. But kubo kutin them. Yes, I say plenty thing them. Well, before this wahala before this kuskas been come up, well, some people been see the caretaker in wealth and in family, then they left the tongue and then pull out, then go. Well, some people say they be not actually plan them. They be know waiting really they come up. Well, we fail not say when the thing happen. We young caretaker been there out of the country. Well, one of the people them we always don't they make toko cantine and wife. But when this thing happen, it not really been there na the country. Well, this will make plenty people say we get for be very careful because the politician, the young people them not can do it. Especially the one that we can do with the wife, the immediate Fambul them. As we talk so, this woman don't return back na the country today. Well, let's watch something back because it's like say the ceremony today look different from the other ceremony the work can get. Let's just watch this one quick. When they come back, just now. The mommy don't come. The mommy don't come. Mama thank you. Mama kusha. But the crowd this trip, it looks small. And the kind zeal we can see normally, I not see on this trip. But something my Bible NBC on Fambul.
Yes, of course, the mommy don't come, but the pots them dry, the pockets them dry, the pan set na table food no day. So I will expect much crowd for go. So the way that they get them free, as the rest been come with a ship am newly. Everybody, most of them, not see everybody, but most of them be bed full. So then go dance. Never mind, some of them be dancing with Susan and the fat from boiled corn. Now the same lungi, but now how they go. Now so it come. But something that I notice on your uncle in West.
If you not talk and say if you know to Bible, yeah, continue.
Anyway, this I need for ask you because maybe you get some understanding over that.
Bible,
when your uncle in West be they left the country, the body where he left the country with the body where he returned with, not to the same. What's happened?
I'm not sure. You know, say in body be don't begin good on not only today. In body be done the good on. Well, I don't know what's at the real cause to that one day, but
You did that in the diet or what?
Well, possibly so, but I don't know. But it really in body don't change. But I don't know. Until now, you know, say the heat at the kitchen don't do too much. So of course, you know, good day na kitchen. You say warm too much, you know, expect for sweat. And most time when you sweat too much, and they say waiting, you dehydrate. In other words, water they reduce by your body.
So I just ask you, my brother, I feel so in your family, you're able to tell me something we are the series on. But yet still we move. Of course, we people we don't play this.
I see something when I turn this way. I am blessed that she's pregnant.
Like seriously?
I don't know. Me na YouTubers. I YouTubers, yeah. You know, say we Fambul member then get boku information.
I did tell you.
Anyway.
But anyway, we people as I asked the question, and you know, me and man I could go sometimes I can just go for close past certain things. But the mommy, he look dry, then they are not call diet body or body reduced, then a dry body. But why we don't know? So until then, there's some people and they sit down inside GNC, but not inside GNC. And the thing about cooking surrounded, and they know they able to sleep because they can know how they take some kind of power. Well, maybe some of the things they don't be given to them. I'm not saying that's what it be, but maybe that's what don't happen. We make the mommy in body just they don't as we know. Saying I can go work for the bar. She may best understand because you know the mommy na they go work well. If the mommy don't go put on panty, we don't want to have well. We wish I'm well. But people that be speculate say the mommy in the bar be run away because of the smoke where they don't smell. But the August 8th, 9, and 10. But we know the young people they always they come and defend. They been come on social media and tell we say the mommy and the family don't plan this patrol. But watch you. It looks similar. Say the first one we come out say the mommy and the pa now coward onto them where they ask for cage meat na bush. It's like not true because as August 8, 9, and 10 don't. That's what you tell us see the mommy. And picture be there where we see the mommy and the party focus on TV they watch. Well, will not be know that because they don't show me the screen. We don't know if na AYB they watch or na SLBC for see where they go on Mama Salon. Not only talk, I just a pass much for that day, but we just talk until I say the mommy don't come back as all the Kuskas don't know. But August 8, 9, and 10. Well, now then they're on top of situation. As they go and knock the much for people that they pull and give them guy. They're going to that policeman say, well, the city say, well, now we safe and then get cool art because now the boys them right now not take over the city for knock down people they send the next one. Well, it don't come. It don't come as soon as see body no more now. Yeah, this I need answer from Shebe Pierre.
Fatima,
Fatima,
yo.
the mommy don't come.
The mommy
But
don't
what's the all
come.
right?
The mommy don't come. The mommy don't come. Hey, mama, couche, vous couche. Oh la la la. Oh, Mela is oh la la. Anyway, as all of them tired to go, for sure say really thing don't begin the return, the mommy don't come. And then the mommy now know say then they on top of situation, then they pan bujaga, wajaga, wangai, people them. Alright, so we see one video today na social media where some of we sisters them we based na Liberia been take to the street or then go na one garden outside them choose for say then they pray for the country Sierra Leone. Let we just watch this short TikTok video with the come back just now.
Leone, they don't get us. We don't get an Liberia. They pray for we country. We expect to now where they back home to do the best. We then I they cry to God for we country Sierra Leone. Please, we are expecting the best from una. Please, Sierra Leone, come together. We need peace. We need peace in that land. We are crying here in Liberia for you guys back home. Please, Sierra Leone. We are doing all this for the sake of peace. We are mounting the flag of Sierra Leone high. We are mounting the flag of our beloved nation high. So we need peace in Sierra Leone. We need peace. All we need is peace. Just give us our peace. Mothers have lived their children. We are here crying. Let's the green, white, and blue fly high here. Please. We are praying for peace in our nation. We are crying for peace in Sierra Leone. The Baptist women of Sierra Leone are here in Liberia crying for peace. We are crying for peace in our nation. We are asking God to intervene. God intervene in Sierra Leone. We are crying for peace. Immediately after Sierra Leone, you get Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire. They are so beautiful in their traditional color. Let's respect our traditional colors. Let's respect our traditional colors. Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire, Côte d'Ivoire. Oh, Cameroon. After Côte d'Ivoire, you get Cameroon. Yeah. The women of Cameroon are here today. We are all doing the same thing. We are all asking God to intervene in our nations.
Right, this is not the woman them we being Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and Cameroon inside Liberia as they all join on together for pray for their own beautiful nations. Bible.
Well, of course, my brother, when I see this video today, it's so pathetic, and the way I feel, when I watch the video, I feel cold within me body. Really, is sorry. The way and manner way this government don't go with we country is really, really sorry. But as some of the issues there, people they talk where some are not able to understand. I feel say people where they in support of this evil act where they go on at the country. Now like this kind of thing for to come out march and pray. Maybe this government they able take advice from some of the things here. Maybe I use the word maybe because we know say not to listen in government right now we get Namama Salon. Instead of people that they plan a 1 million man march na the streets. Now some of them march here, people them for the plan, the areas like Bo, where they plan for doing kind of thing they are. Because inside with conscience, we know, say, waiting caretaker they do, waiting caretaker they command the police them and the military for do, not a good thing for this nation. But yet still, we are happy and support because of the party where we believe and the tribe alliance them where we feel say we belong. And I always tell people them say, if now this way and manner caretaker they go this country, why? A no go born fine picking at all. Every day, people they born young picking them and picking a day where they grow up and they see the acts of caretaker bill, then they grow up with that anger. And people them where this government they can put some right now, then get picking them as well. Then picking them they see their mama them papa them brothers and their sisters them the way and manner where they lost their life under caretaker bill in government, and they grow up with that anger. You feel say this, they tell well tomorrow. No. You get for final say, caretaker bill power get for left arm. But plenty people get for get arm. Now mine, where I mean, plenty picking the way they can get for get grudge against them because the way and manner way it treats them, parents them, and their family members them. So we think say now some of them things here most often are where they support this evil actually go on under this government. Before embark on prayers, maybe God, the able bring changes to caretaker bill and in talks them. So we get small alafia for approach the election. If Salon people feel say they're okay for vote them in again, well, they can vote them in. If they feel say they're not okay, then they vote them out, well, then they vote them out. No more, I'm afraid, the way a man are out caretaker bill, they bid in fence. If even the Salon people decide for vote them out, if he willing for go, arrest me case.
Alright, it's a program we watch right now. Now we are on YouTube and Facebook. Sister, I know they watch anybody. Now the way our sit down today, my screen today now this way they actually monitor the thing them now the screen, the conversation. Now I make how they watch this side, okay? So I want for first of all, beg everybody. I want for let we be civil and respectful, especially on Facebook. And I want for block anybody. But if anybody count F word or any mamikos, we will block you because we know not a decent conversation. Yeah, become critical, tell we are fool, we idiots and all of them things. But when you go to F and M course, then I'm afraid I will get for block you and you know will ever see this channel again. Please, let's be respectful. Yeah, do ya? And the last time this I talk down there, and I repeat myself again. Now we go to them things there. I think say it's very cool. You know, sometimes in the before this time, that is why I've been certain time in the if finally something happen. But again, you look at the timing and waiting it will get for cost. Yeah. Now we don't talk and say una get for be very careful how una do things because any small thing again, where na in caretaker they do so, including the one the way they come up with. And for let them declare state of emergency, we get to be very careful. If then declare state of emergency, it means say it lasts for 1 year. Remember how small today pan so August to August now 1 year. Who stand the election July or wait in June or I don't know. Yeah, say that time then they you know what in mean, and it left to them for determine whether if we go on or if we stop. And as today right now the parliament are not able for no. Because waiting and know if the opposition in Tawa say then use the police against them again and pull Lenado. And once they pull Lenado in some things, yeah, of course it happen behind them back. We don't see it happen. So I think say una get for trade cautiously. That's all I can say. Well, the engagements. We say this caretaker for listen to people we get sense. If you listen to people we get sense, it go able to get better way how it develop the country. Well, we say people away for the listen to like the Fitzgerald, the Valnora, the Marcella. Well, some people been trying to tell me about what Marcella do where I know hear it down there yet. But until I hear it down there, I still feel say Marcella still there on track. And other people let me again where them for listen to, you know, we actually know how they address things. Not all like the policy where they head the peace commission in a party picking, not sabi anything. But like Valnora way they part of that one, they get sense. It get a whole lot of expertise. I think when you mediate in peace, you don't need for support anything. Rather, you need for bring out everybody in fault. Outside the people and go wrong, you talk them. Outside the government go wrong, you talk them. Outside the opposition blunder, you talk them. Outside any other person where get an inside this go wrong, you talk them. Rather than you the songs of praise, then you talk say you they do things them for let things go before no. It's like you just they add more to the divide. Okay. Most people are not going to like for you read this, but please stay with me and listen. Now only when you listen, you will be able to understand something. Well, we zero out this particular video to one green individual. Today the caretaker say he call tribal stakeholders and tribal heads them. For me then talk about waiting to happen and the way forward. Please take note. For talk about waiting to happen and the way forward. In other words, if they talk about waiting to happen, like what Valnora been doing, he talk about all the problem then will happen and the way forward, waiting them for do forward, going forward. It makes sure say he highlights every area, every point. But let me go now and listen small bit no more to the Secretary General for the traditional how you call them? Traditional leaders, yes. Tribal heads. The Secretary General for the tribal heads now Western area. Waiting he say. Apart from the position, I been known for be the Mende tribal head for Western area. His name na Young, something Young. So let's not waste any more time. Let me go straight to Ram and listen to waiting in being for say with regards waiting happen and the way forward. We'll come back just now.
Please, Doctor, retired. His Excellency, Doctor, retired. Brigadier Julius Maada and all protocols observed. First of all, on behalf of the Council of the Tribal Heads, I want to say a very big thank you for affording we the opportunity for we meet with you today. That we the first people that we you they call, that don't show how much importance we attach to the Council of Tribal Heads. Why? Because you come from chieftaincy. And I want to welcome you again for when you take the proper action that you, not other father, when they sit back and say, my house is on fire, make the bottom, then you come immediately for me to put the house in order. I want to say a very big thank you to all the one that will facilitate your movement, your swift movement from London to here. I want to say a very big thank you to them. That come we come on Wednesday. It saved this nation a lot. In the first place, we as the Council of Tribal Heads want to say we condemn in totality of what happened that day. We condemn it today and we will continue for condemn forever and ever. We condemn it. And we don't only condemn it now, but we as the Council of Tribal Heads, thank God that most there he go attest to that for say, now we are the first group where all the 16 tribal heads they go na SLBC on that Friday. At all, let them not go take any part inside the money copy and also we use. And we get a lot of commendation from all over Sierra Leone that call we and for every task. Even though when we come on it, we be some of we form them in the COVID and the cause we, but that I make you for being a leader. They're in sympathy, this Council of Tribal Heads. We're in sympathy with you, His Excellency, that you come at a time when you meet hardship and you meet difficulty, but with all that, you're able to stand the test of time and you're able to save this nation. You come at the time when this country was handed over to you on austerity. What does it mean? The country was in abject poverty. But amidst all that, up to this time, you are paying salary without taking any overdraft. One for say very. But even though when you meet the country under austerity, you say, I will make this nation for be a great nation. And waiting to make a country for be a great nation. Not only when that country is enlightened, and waiting to make the country will be enlightened. Now when that country is educated. Today, Britain and America and all the other nations, when they admire them, they don't get gold, they don't get diamond, they don't get that. But waiting when they get now knowledge. And knowledge is what? It's wealth. It can bring anything to you. That you have done for this nation, and one was a very big thank you for that. We're there in sympathy with you, His Excellency, because you come at a time when you made so much for this country, but immediately when you come, under austerity, COVID-19 catch you on the way. After COVID-19. But what you do for the COVID-19 for save the lives of we people there, the immediate step you take for close all the borders. Today, the death rate of Australia inside COVID-19 is the least in the whole of the world. One for say a very big thank you for that. You take a very strict measure for put them under control, while all the advanced countries, Britain, America, and other countries, they were dying in thousands, when in here we are dying like 4 or 5. Why? Not because of your actions the way you take. One person a very big thank you. We continue to say thank you, thank you, thank you. But the more, that's what we want to say. Even though when this country being there under authority, you say you flagship program, free education, and we must bring a camp and you better. And today you are paid for over 2 million children in this country. Every household is benefiting from that. That no leader has ever done it before. Even in Africa, you have set the pace, you have set a novelty where other people then copy you. And today, your name is a household name in the whole of Africa when it comes in the area of education. You have done a lot. And we will continue to condemn whatever happened now. But His Excellency, we got to prepare suggestions, etc., etc. But certain suggestions, we go put up on paper, we go pass up to the Minister of Local Government. We don't work so hard to make it will set that ministry to which we need today. For the very first time, all the tribal heads and all of the sub-chiefs, they don't create a database for we. And then at a point, we will know every corner, every nook and corner of this western area, which I mean we look at chiefs then. But more so, we want to appeal to you for making not leave any stone unturned in the area of the investigation of this thing. Leave no stone unturned. Go to the death of it. Because they want to test you, and when they want to test you, tell them to say, yes, I am the president and I will provide the leadership for this country. It is too much. Since when you don't come, when you don't sit down, every day. No country, not then at the whole world, where they provide everything for everybody. No, you got to go work before you go eat. But if you say you the sit down for make government bring red cam inside plate for you, no government will ever do it. And when we go to SLBC on Friday, where we condemn this protest and talk with people, when we begin to talk, we say, we as tribal heads, the Council of Tribal Heads, want to see the leader, because you cannot dialogue in a party. Who is the leader of this protest or demonstration? Up to this time, as we are sitting here, we don't know the leader. So who do we actually engage? Let the leader come forward. We as Council of Tribal Heads, we are prepared to meet with that leader and engage them and talk with them. But up to this time, as we are sitting here, we don't know who is the leader. And until we know who is the leader, we're not able for dialogue. Now, when you don't come as president, which way you don't do? For over 40 years before, other presidents, they don't come, they say that they pull this like an act, this like a law. Now we put it. President, they don't come, they don't go. Like you are the only president. Wake up. You wasted no time for take the libel from the libel act. You don't give every journalist the freedom to make them practice. What else can you do for this nation? What else? What else? You have done so much. And one will also thank you, and even the Minister of Education, for when he alleviated the problem of the poverty from we poor people. First step, billions be the goal. When NPSC results come out, parents then they go, for make them go now capacity, for make them go know the result of the beginning. For buy scratch card, 40, 50,000, that is no more. One person, a very big thank you. And even last month, the Minister of Education, he engaged with, he said, we will help now for the monitors of the schools and we are prepared for them to go. And one for the engage, for make people they talk to we people. But if we go now, then radio station make them will give we the chance and the airtime. One for say we prepare for the go now then radio station. But anytime so when we go there, if we are not covered, if they're not giving the airspace, how can we disseminate then information today? So we are maybe they give it time. But the Minister of Local Government, with all of his staff, the Deputy Minister, one for say, very thank you to them because they don't do so much. And even now, we now lucky in this Western area at Tribal Head that we got two ministers there. That the Minister of Local Government and the Minister of the Western Region, We can engage any one of them at any time, and then doors are open to we at any time, and they're already engaged with what was a very big thank you to and what was a very big thank you. We cannot go sit down without an issue. We don't want to talk. Now you know the only thing that we don't have. We don't give the tribal heads and something. When they will go boast of now that they will able to buy a bag of rice. Before, we not was even able to buy a pint of gold per month. Thank you very much for that. Today, under this reign, His Excellency, so we colleagues and come Patap Keke, Patap Oka, 1, 2, 5, 9, that's no, forget it. And I can tell you, sir, we not the paramount chiefs. We are not paramount chiefs. And we very much take cognizance of that, but say we're not the paramount chief. But at the same time, we are tribal heads. And we they carry a lot of people in this western area. Every tribal head, definitely, if you take the median population in the western area is even over 3 or 4 paramount chiefdoms in the provinces. If you take the fuller population now the western area, it has 2 chiefdoms now the provinces. We not the paramount chiefs and will never be paramount chiefs because they may not put that nomenclature from we. When the Europeans then come, they meet kings and queens here. But today we are tribal heads.
Well, of course, we family members them una don't see and hear the video where we play for una we come out from the tribal ex them the one them we call themselves with other people they call see the tribal ex them na mama saloon. But before we go inside that matter the proper one, we want to tell one we family member by the name of Agi plenty thank you as you don't support me with $20. Thank you. We family member. May God bless you and may God replace that money more and more on your side. So now we Fambul them make we jump on this bored and sad and disappointing statement of this so-called tribal head chairman or whatsoever secretary. Of course, plenty of people, including my brother Nayabi, know this prior as the head of Mende something.
The Mende tribal head na Western area.
Mende tribal heads. You know, when I know blame me, when I excuse me because I just not so get interest on this particular prior within the talk. To start with, Unadoi waiting a come and talk. It begins in statement by thanking Caretaker Bio for the step, according to the step what Caretaker Bio take as he say Caretaker Bio ide usa ide ieri in picking and the cry he run come for can settle. Oh my goodness. For can settle the matter where they go. It's too frustrating anyway, but we don't get no option, we just get for discuss this particular topic. And we understand say Caretaker Bio bin go meet them people there for go dialogue on certain issues them or certain things them where they go on. But to the statement of this secretary where he call himself, right? And they talk for himself because I not to feel say even in colleagues them where they near they're happy of this statement where he make. Because when you watch their body language, and they tell you plain say they are not happy. Most of them not happy about this particular statement we give. Because I don't see say this na dialogue rather than saying this na a praise meeting towards.
Well, now the thing this have been tell you just not say. All waiting the one for you. Now songs of praise, story Caretaker.
I'm telling you, my brother, this is frustrating. Forget people like this where they represent some organizations them now the country where other people feel say if any bad thing they go on at the country, now some of them people are there for consult. You know, let me tell you one thing. These so-called tribal heads, imam council, pastors, they don't look halaki to God inside. Because all the things they portray towards this particular government, they're not afraid God again. They're not they serve God again, but they serve Kiatekabio because of the selfish interest and the benefits whether they get small. Now they pocket them. You know, look somebody like this. No hard feelings. Somebody like this. If Nami or daddy were born me, they give them kind of statement here upon things the way they happen soon in the country. Again, the exact word we had to tell them as a father for make it no say he don't really lost in direction and he not in the right track. This not a dialogue, but now praises meeting towards Kiatekabio. Because all the big full things them where they inspire the talk, not to things them where favor salon people them, but I think them where favor them and where they please Kiatekabio. Look the other nonsense thing where talk will not make no sense. When I say dialogue of the thing the way they happen, it comes with COVID-19. We praise you. When COVID-19 we come, you will follow all the instructions and try to block all the borders them that we make salon, but could people are not being passed away during COVID-19. God, continue for help we. But only thing is God, when it affects, as I tell you, some of them people don't look halaki to God inside. When God defects for una, with way more time defects for you, a far way different. Because way more time defects for you, so that at the rush, I do something where I'm not supposed to do. Where the thing, they even act the way I supposed to act. But when God defects for you, when He undo them people a day, now the best fight for any mankind. Tell me you will listen to this speech. Tell me you will listen to this Rotorata talk. Where this far talk, where face long like me also talk. Tell me what benefits they we get anything for do with the country in better one, or for stop the things that what this government they do towards the citizens them. All of the dialogue when we see and hear it, now more of praises. So what's really this sector of the tribal heads them, they talk, me by Bure are not able to understand nothing. And one thing for sure, some of them people there, they summon them to daddy gods. If really not the right thing that they do for make this country go before, make God see them through. But if not the wrong thing that they do, for give Kiatekabio more speed, for sink this country, make God take in action towards them people there, make them begin see the hell now this world before they go next world. I pissed off, I torment, I frustrate. I just address this issue because we need for addresser. But all of what's in this part up, it just make me feel say we still get elderly people them where no one's foresee this nation for go before. But mind you, some of una get speaking them. The bitterness where other people picking and they taste. One day, that bitterness day, it is surely come now on our doorsteps them. Where if not una but una picking and they taste them bitterness that day, and make we see how una they react. We feel say some of them wire. Now people are for able to talk to Kiatekabio because for any successful country, you they count on the tribal heads them. You they count on the imam council, religious council, both imam and pastors. But Salon don't they today, all of this group don't turn politicians. They don't wear politics clothes inside their body. So nobody know they were able to look Kiatekabio in face. I don't know because Kiatekabio will make them fear in face. Nobody know they were able to look in face and tell them the truth. But now some of them people they sit on radio stations them during the Aneskoma in time, they talk People talk them, they talk like for say they like this country. They talk like for say they want to make this country go before. They talk and attack the former caretaker and a schoomer. But when it comes to caretaker bill, because they know say the envelope they meet them, and then not they serve God again, then they serve caretaker bill, just like how the police they serve caretaker bill. None of them not able to come and say the truth. Why then people are they gonna mock, they go say Allahu Akbar. Now the reason this, when it be say some of we prefer now for the prayer now also. Because some of them people that go meet them at any mosque they pray, somebody when they talk, when they send message like this, he go sit down behind and they pray. What did they achieve from God? See, on like us, it better you pray you and God listen to you cry. Because some of them people when go sit down behind them for pray, you don't doctor here. Somebody when a leader, when a imam, or when they lead any organization, it will be straightforward. But if you see you don't bend, you're not able to talk to a person again, that talk may be better talk. You're not able to now before person you pray, that prayer may be better prayer. But all of them people there, as I name them, religious council now, all of their tribal organization, they will form themselves and say, oh, we be the year you now, how now be the talk today. We be the year you now, they go waiting, Voice of Islam. Now, different radio stations, them, we hear you now, what you now be the talk. Why now? Why? The board arrest me case.
All right, the program where you watch right now we are, and you watch them on YouTube and Facebook. I know say a lot of on want for say something, I'm giving up on you. But why would I not keep an eye for tomorrow Wednesday? Blow mind. Don't think that the issue the way they turn up inside the program tomorrow. Because please. I know I want to say something really, but on a patient tomorrow. Bible, you don't done?
The board arrest me case for now. Until tomorrow, blue mind.
Now, I think you had to know for one in a case like this. You know why? The Usai the man, Chief Young, Usai end the statement. I think now the crux of the matter. Now the most important thing inside all the talk we talk. He end and say, Pa, I'm not going to sit down if I not tell you thank you for the small thing what they get right. For the small thing what they get right now. You say today, for buy something that will not they get them, but now at least when they get super thing for the month. So you don't ever see a person they bet that finger where they feed them.
Impossible.
So it's simple for say Chief Young make a statement based on his own self-interest, based on a personal benefit.
And you not even give confidential to talk.
No, then talk at the back at the back, na other side then. But this na insert the agenda. That is why we focus on them. I think they say in a snake, outside the 8 points, now they tell the go. So when you begin listening to the head, you don't know outside the back the cam. That is why I focus on them. And interestingly, now the council and they call them Ban Ki-moon, now the Secretary General, now the Talkman, now the pen pusher, now the brain. So of course, if he way gets all of them title they are, he gets your focus, he get your interest, and he get your agenda, then you know exactly outside the rest they go. Now I begin taking small. And go inside. But just one follow it first of all. No. Outside it come out. He said it is sympathize with Maada. He repeats. We really sympathize with Maada for waiting you come and meet in the country. So this man, in the first place, he talk like any government spokesman. Like any other government. You know, that is why I say, like, we moral guarantors them, don't they turn gara. When you put her inside water, it run. Now this. When you say, in those days, people they understand what they talk. when you say stakeholders, when you say heads, powerman chief, you say local chief, you say tribal heads, these then are the moral guarantors, the imam, the pastor, that big old mami, that old pan in community. Now them people they look up to for set the agenda, for set the record very, very straight. In other words, what will be used for do? When you do something way bad, trade, when we be the come up, post the way you know even sabi self, the only waste na treat, it give you slap. You the cry go na host by the time you reach now, you don't set him out. You know why you set him out? Because if you mama or your papa ask you what happen, you not agree explain. It will all you and say, can me go. When you go back, then go explain, it will beat you back. So you not good misbehave again at it. But from where the work come, now all of them things then they wipe them go. Expect no day, no nothing. All of them things then they wipe them go. So now you find out, say, all of them one day get them tag. For example, if you watch, I don't mean for do that, but if you watch na in handkerchief self, we all na green. Na green. Very simple. For God's sake, then say, we invite you guys for that we can talk about waiting happen and waiting for be the way forward. All you can do na Thanksgiving. Marabio, we tell you thank you. With this, with that. Oh my God. This man is too much. He say, Marabio meets austerity in the country. He say, but still, Marabio they pay salary. For God's sake, who's one all of that and they get for do with waiting and call you pa? Now your responsibility that one day. Or you na government workman now. No. They say this thing will happen. It don't happen. This don't happen. How we for make sure say this thing not happen again? That's not been the question, and the main thing that they will make them call them. What did he continue for say? He say, Marabio, the thing where you don't do na the country for save the country iboku. The time where the country be, where the world been get COVID, you try. Also other side and the die boku, you know 1 to 5 no more, it don't done. You lock border them. Pa. In fact, that word way you talk to, I know say you don't understand nothing will happen at the country. Salon we country, you don't ever lock border. You don't ever lock border. Now we then the lock border pan. Now look for example, the time when this COVID begin, Guinea na first lock border. We get my lock border. Liberia answer the lock border before we say we save the lock border. The day when they lock border, pa we. Now the time we save full press release. The even ten say we save the lock border. Now lock border that one day. Even if we not pull word say we not lock border, they don't lock border. It don't done. Game close. We know the lock border, but you tell we say the caretaker lock border. It's not possible, sir. It's not ever lock border. Watch from BBC reports and the press release where the government pull. BBC announced say Guinea don't lock border. The even 10. Now the government pull a press release say we save the lock border. Now lock border that one day. No, not to lock border. When they say lock border, now you go you force lock. But me Bible there. Me there. Or put me camera off. Bible and camera don't go. If you go tell me say in camera you don't put camera off for me. No. Now me put her off. Now me force. But this now the thing then where we try for talk about. When you not get better idea of waiting they happen, and then you put liberalism in front. Yeah, that puts leaky, you put them before. You're not able to understand waiting they happen around you. So, in same way so say, people and they want for test Marabio. Let Marabio show them who I be. We don't see who that Marabio be. Interestingly, we don't see them before. The one that we be get sense before we. Because then the way they be do their things, then they will not be to get sense. Now we don't know say Marabio in surname na extrajudicial killing. Period. Now in surname that one day. Trade where them Bambe Kamara them Fambul them, Salami Koka them Fambul them, and others them be tell we say now this Marabio do we not be this year. We not be understand. We be defending hard for understand what is extrajudicial killing. How can a government engage in such kind of act? Is that then a part of the human rights violation? Yes. We know we do understand. But now we don't understand. We really don't understand. Look at what thing they happen. This man say, let Maada be show them who that it be. Now we don't see. From where this 10 come, to now, then continuously they in that. Apart, let's say on the day for on the 10th, we will say now in retaliation to it happen. But the 11, 12, 13, when I arrest you for the arrest and put people in corner side, try them. No, you go knock the mouth pada where they hope you give them waja, baja. Where they knock the mouth pada where you see them naja, waja, it makes sense to them. When you cannot pamutuka, give them baja, waja. That is extrajudicial killing. And originally, in the laws of the land, nothing on the way go encourage such kind of act. Of course, they are against human rights totally, outrightly they do. You can't do that. And interestingly, we caretaker say it don't pull death penalty in the law book. It don't remove them in the law book. But even when it don't say it remove them in the law book, practically, what he is doing is totally different from what he say he don't do. Totally different. It's totally different. But yet still, this tribal head, the tribal head say, let Maada be a show people everyone test them who that it be. He say let show them who that it be. And not top though, Mark continue for show you something. Mark continue forgot me kele business. He say when so say when they investigate, let them not left no stone unturned. Well, it's simple. In the opening of the caretaker in nationwide address, it tell we plain say people identify themselves for be APC opposition and PPP. So now it tell we say then we investigate. And of course
APC warriors.
Yes, APC warriors, thank you. And now this man don't tell her now say not left nobody work up at all. Good one. And the same way so say this thing are faceless, we no go dialogue. So in as much as people away get idea, they say let's dialogue. They Solomon, I call them Jamiu, they say let's dialogue. Other people are calling for dialogue. International community are calling for dialogue. He say we no go dialogue. Caretaker, no dialogue with nobody. Show them who that you be. And you look at one thing, then people here, when they say dialogue, when they say engagement, basically, now for talk about the real problem. Not to for come and sing thanksgiving. Not to for come inside one. Rather, now for see how best they can able for find solution. So I will tell somebody today say, Maada be not to in a bad person. No leader, including Alliance by Kuruma, no leader, no day, we no like who that's the present. Me, between Anes by Kuruma and Maada Bill, they all two. Nobody no day, we no like whether the present. In fact, when you praise them, you did in a good book. Asiam. You know who that's bad? The one them, where we expect say, now them for be the moral guarantors, the serious advisors them, to this same caretaker, now they're not the very bad one. Because if in a democratic nation like this, as it's supposed to be, if the caretaker want for go now the wrong path, that is why he always gets people away there with them, specialized people them, where for they advise them on certain things them. But the unfortunate, it really, really unfortunate that all the one them where they near them, then just give them the advice where he want for yeri, and not to the advice where for make things go how it for go. Before this time, people in the cry, we want for yeri where we can't take the talk. Valora Edwin say, in some cases the way you work, even at office, you get different heads them. Then they talk to people them. But sometimes then the demand say, no, we want for yeri from the boss. Maybe not the boss can trust. Boss come out and talk to the people. For example, then get one television series where they can do. If you search on YouTube, you go see them. Then get what they call undercover boss. Basically, what this undercover boss they do? It gets an organization, institution. It is disguise, it come and listen to people them constraints, and look who are the best person and see the real part of a work. It come up with them. By the end of the day, it is able to reward certain people that were really dedicated to the work. It is reward some people that were really they able to make the organization go before. And others are the bad people them, it weed them out. But if you see them, they rely on people for just to give you report, then it means say you the head for the doom. I no go say this na my business. I left am na one person in hand. Only and solely what he tell me. If you mislead me. That is why if even person give you information na yeah, we know the 100% bank on that information day. We dey cross check that information day. Because you know thing bad, for let you come back and say, I'm sorry, we dey retract. When they say retract, I dey take back that information where I give. It be wrong, it bad. If fine now, let we don't give the information, somebody can tell we say, this information where you don't give so, it correct to, but you incite people, you know, for the bring the information down to people their attention. Or you know for the break and down for people. Rather than they can tell you say, this information is false. But now, as we talk, so they will tell you say, oh, what one talk so false. But still, we get evidence, we get side where we go refer somebody say, please, all what we talk so, go look this particular video and see if what we talk is different from this. Now, so you dey look in any leadership. Any leadership. In a leadership, if you just feel say, waiting the one they will let you, the talk now no more important is very bad. That is why sometimes we can see there people in the camp and blast na live telephone call. People and say cut her off. We say no. Let we listen. Let we see or yeah, waiting this person get for say. If he not get anything serious at all, we dismiss him. But in no can no more with a critical point for can begin reach out we very hard. We tell and say no, thank you, bye bye. We need to do that. We dey listen. The only thing now for let the conversation sweet. When you tell me something, we go ask you back for let we confirm if what you tell we is true or not. Well, if you feel say now, you know how for make let we listen to you, now you know more for talk, then we can say no please, not to so it can be thank you, bye bye. That is how we run our show. So, that's not so leadership they go. Listen to everybody. That is why the Guinea-Bissau president say, let it open up. Let it use that policy we call open door policy. In other words, it tells you to open hand for all man, no pick face. Listen to everybody. You know, in the statement, the Guinea-Bissau caretaker tell we say, he call Ernest Baikoma and say, what in the app when una no go tell for settlement thing there? Ernest Baikoma tell and say, I'm not in a tongue, I Kenya. But when I count on, I go reach on to Maada bill for let we waiting. Guinea-Bissau caretaker call Ernest Baikoma right in front of Maada bill now. He tell and that wording. So we dey look forward for see now. Wetin dey happen when Ernest Baikoma come? He go reach on to Maada bill. We dey look forward for year from that. Now we not say not to Ernest Baikoma reach to her for Begam, rather now somebody else call Ernest Baikoma say, but this is not the problem. Why you no go try for settle am? So now we can see if Ernest Baikoma they put up in big aid in the way we call leadership, or it go left in aid small, we go say follower instead of leader. This is so government and leadership they go. When you there as a leader, you get certain characteristics where you go on with. Not to just one side you listen. But we caretaker not care about the one them where they come with critical points then. They only care about the one them where they sing for them. Maada bio. Maada bio. The how they party rule the country. By the way, don't me?
Remove me, brother.
The how they party rule the country.
We gladdy. Yes, we gladdy.
The how they party do engagement.
Then gladdy. Yes, then gladdy.
The way how they part the crowd, some people and dialogue with them.
Of course, then gladdy. Yes, then gladdy.
Well, such is life. Now so
I made the talk to
the
Turata.
matter they go.
You know, I still dey repeat am say when God is fed for you is slow but is sure. Some of them kind people there. You know, if I say for waste you time pan them. Because the more you waste your time pan them, the more you make them become relevant na the country, na the nation. But already, this sector, you don't identify yourself before ever they can take this position. We all know the side way we don't head. Before you come to this position, as you don't be the head of the Mende tribal heads them. No hard feelings, but now they move, then bring them naya. So to me, I can always tell when I say, you know me say because if you don't head the Mende tribal heads them, make it a misbehave because inside the Mende, I always tell you get a meaningful Mende people that we're not in support of. They go to at where they go on. So that's not the reason why we know they preach tribal Maya. Inside the Mende, you get people that are meaningful Mende them way some of which sabi with the talk with the rough skin. Just like where the SLPP divided, you get a power, you get the main SLPP, where they the sensman and the power, now they get the rebel them and the talk them and the kamajo them. Inside the SLPP, you get people that are meaningful people that we get sense. But being that caretaker, there will be no emission and make sure for push them beyond an income fund for out in young people the way they come help and for destroy this nation like how they live and so as most of them they deal with black Moscade right now. They go and knock people and do what?
Abu don't tell we say this not to that lenient and SL people them be sabi. Not to that first.
Yeah, never might not be able to pronounce and find stuff, but we will understand what they try for talk. You know, so tell them back for somebody who all pass smack back now sick and no hard feelings. Now sick. Most of the people the way they lead the bad things them where they go on right now that they country. Watch their face no more. Watch Leone Muslima. Watch Caretaker Bio. Watch Abu waiting for the team there. For Halaki them. If you Babu shock them. You know, so the statement of this secretary from the tribal heads them, I think plenty people don't label self for understand Usa the drivers. And thank God, I start his statement and I end up entirely neck. So many people them na the elders them this so we get na the country where we feel say therefore able to join on and give better advice for many country go before. But as it is now, the part don't tell you say they don't get better money for buy bread, but now they buy bread, they buy mayonnaise, they buy butter, they buy over tea. And I know they sugar self for now, only back when they use right now for mixing there. So no way not even able to caretaker the owner and face them tell them the truth. Pass them talk this kind of way before they able to survive. This now they go on Mama
So
Salon.
at one point, they been stop the camera and say they want for talk to them first. They tell SLBC, YV and all the one that will be there, they say, now please, when I go off television right now, want for talk to them, want for get small arrangements before they can continue the session. What about if even before they can meet? Because Nabila Tunis, when are the Minister of Western Region, they don't as well engage them. What about if they don't tell and say, well, they get this kind of engagement, but anybody we can very strong, we be critical and go tell and say himself not terrorist?
Well, that's not the problem. That's not the problem.
And people in the South and they deal with terrorists right inside the yard.
That's not the problem.
Anyway, the program where you watch right now we had, and you watch on YouTube and Facebook. You Fambul remember them, please.
Well, of course, inside my family house, I get 643 where they watch the program right now. But it's so sad for me. Forget 310 likes them. Now the screen. I just dey remind we family members them as plenty people and they remind including Sister Admin for make them step up the game on the likes. Please, now we get 317 at least. Make we get 500 likes, please. And for family members, the way they request say for me we open phone line if time not able permit we, and I think the same topic we bring for you tomorrow inside your favorite program where they come to you every Wednesday and Sunday 3 p.m. Salon time we not mind. So we apologize. So now we will not able to open the phone line for now, but please, wanna hold on. Tomorrow we make sure for bring you this topic back so you'll be able to tell me what you take on this jublo jabla talk where the so-called heads them. When an age with people who think who feel silly but they think twice. But as things they go right now this way, then they think the country again, they know they think better again, then they think politics, and then they think how money for come, now they pockets them for make, then send and pick them go abroad. These are the issues of Mama Salon. I don't know if my brother gets anything for add.
Thank you very much to people already watching on Facebook. We get 429 right now, and we get 422 reactions and 122 shares, 345 comments. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you now. Thank you. Please continue for share the program and let your comment down. Now we can go a little bit inside another thing, still inside the matter. You know, as you don't hear from this Secretary General for the Tribal Health Western Area. Let we go now to another. Let we go to another area. We get this particular individual where they get to an organization where they call Fambul Talk. As the batter they knock, we forgo votes like one family. They don't do a lot of things them. If you they in a positive way, Sabi, I think Kailaun, you go know about Savage Pit. Savage na be one RSLAF we convert. We been based na that area they we been get one whole area outside it be they send people them next world. They call them Savage Pit. I been meet with that particular individual them at one time where they call them Savage. Talk with them and we been discuss things them then and the way we been the practice. You know, you get a lot of area them. You know, with Fambul Talk, I able work inside a lot of villages them na Kailaun, work inside Kono, a lot of villages there, meet with a lot of people in a different part them Moyamba, you know, the Kenima, the Bo, villages them, you know. This now be the possible way really they engage people them. You always they put people on their tick, then talk like family members them and settle their own problem. So as this thing they carry on, it actually been come up and do a suggestion to the government, especially for the police them. Let me listen to this one quick. In name na John Cocker.
A reminder of we dark days there. And this again the show is Sierra Leone is still a fragile country where the leaders they need for really muzzle up all the efforts for make we peace sustainable. But you know, the incidents will really happen at different places. It was unwarranted, and I believe we as an organization, the call on the government for me to set up an inquiry, cross-partisan inquiry, for look into really what happened. You know, really how the police force they respond, how they get themselves caught in between all of this. Is it because of their inaction or actions over the past couple of years? You know, these are questions that we don't want to speculate. We expect maybe a committee look into all of that and come up with very good advice. Mind you, we head to 2023 general elections, and this thing that they happen now is almost like a pattern. We're very much concerned if we not try for address the root causes of these so-called challenges.
When it talk about investigation, government don't say that we investigate the issue and crack down the one that we involve. But concern again on the common, similarly to like what you say, so they want independent people for the investigation. Like you see, horse party, how you all look like?
Well, I think in my opinion, what the government they do, they will continue to do what they do. But in terms of investigating the root cause of this incident, and maybe they can span and go back a little bit. I don't think say government is the right body for do that investigation there. You know, with all due respect, I think they go find for make they look at members of the police, because the police they handle this investigation now, because they're already a party to the problem, and maybe they go use heavy-handedness, you know, because of the lives and property they don't lose. Then colleagues them, may God may their soul and rest in peace. But we will like for see, across partisan, like some people are from APC, some people are from SLPP, maybe from NGC, civil society, you know, the Human Rights Commission, you know, the Peace Commission. When they come together, maybe the group not too large, because when group too large, it affects the smooth running of the activities. But if they get a small group, we're credible, you know, people already enjoy the confidence of Sierra Leoneans. We will go deep into the communities, you know, primarily the Waterloo axis, you know, that they will all take to Camp Junction, you know, the Makeni, the Kamakwe, the eastern part of you know, Freetown. May they go talk to the people, may they know. You know, was this spontaneous? People will question that. What are they really behind that? Now, Adebayo and all man know. And then B, waiting at their concerns. You know, is this the last option for use violence? Now, till they can for find ways in future, when they open up an avenue for people to express their concerns, you know, where government will respond to. I think these are all issues in the name of peace, in the name of sustaining the fragile peace process, and things that then say the government for look into. And then the recommendations that will come to the government for act on them. Because what will happen, so you get a tendency for some to go back, maybe 10 or more years backward. Because investors they will express concern, you know, for come to the country, we know how that they affect the unemployment situation. So basically, we believe say the inquiry, the independence inquiry will go a long way. A, for restore confidence in the public. B, for make the government show say the sincere, you know, for look for a solution, and then make the international community find ways for support this inquiry. May they find ways for work with the government for implement whatever recommendations then will they come from that. Particularly as we approach the 2023 elections, because whatever recommendation that we look at, we look at them within the lens of we got election around the corner. How we go through this election peacefully and come out on hot.
Well, of course, people you don't hear waiting this gentleman come and talk, you know, but what I wonder you give your take on this first before I come inside.
Well, you know, yeah, I think say people they waiting for look to in with regards to kind mediation there. I don't first of all give you a background about this particular individual waiting at the screen. So I begin work with long time ago. Yeah. From then 10 and the way I been did 98.1. Say I move go BBC Media, you know. Now possibly we get wealth of experience. The style where him been they use. Now the style and this way that they try for copy somewhere else for able for mediate peace, especially at local level. Because you see the angle where come out, he say go to the community, ask people. Most people they say Adebayo, when I plenty people know, and Adebayo self take responsibility. But what it caused that day? Why you not go back to the people? Is this spontaneous? Nothing will just happen like that, or something lead to that one day? You not go for look only to waiting happen on the 10th. You get for look before the 10th. Waiting been done the boil na people in mind and all of them things then they. Now him it basically the try for say. So you see, he try for bring out the real issues. The real thing them where they cause the problem. It not highlight anything or it just suggest things them where if the government do that one day. And he even talks say the government not to the right body for do this investigation. True, because the government already don't take side. The government already don't point and per APC warrior where they refer to themselves as PPP. So if you where the investigator refer to them to certain group of people, of course you know side the investigation they lead. Yeah, and you know say anybody where you pick within your government for investigate certain things, then I wait you put a plaster bite because they want for maintain in job. You come out, you call the peace and coalition commission. Now the same thing and go talk. Yeah, you go call with Human Rights Commission, for example. It can't talk to you. You tell you say what it happens so not to protest. In fact, protest not ever in our book for say protest. You know certain time and the way people and they talk, they get for talk with brain. We book, we law book, we constitution. Now you go say it ambiguous, it open. It just gets some open things the way it left to outside you there for let person interpret that particular incident. So when you talk as a very state individual, you get to be very careful and mindful of waiting to come out of your mouth. But if you just talk because of the things say you caught up between the appointments where you get and the people you want for talk through. But if you remember say the caretaker and NG job you get for please them as well. You they play in between. If they play like picking they go inside water. I say they swimming just to make the balloon or possibly not sabi for swim. This not how then they go. But when you get people them way really they up to the task. Although certain time and they get some people who can really blunder a bit, but you get for listen to some of them solution there. But interestingly, caretaker be only one for hear some of them things there. He only one for hear like waiting Chief Young tell him. Pa anybody want for test you, show them say you already know. Now like when you say anybody will want test me, that's what they say. Now you know the things. So wait till you laugh.
No, go ahead.
May they come to already know. So that the situation this. It's a anybody will want test let's show them who done in. Well, we see how the situation escalates. This is the time for tell you say if we rely on the paramount chiefs them, if we rely on the local or traditional heads them for settle the problem of Salon, you know they ever settle because they all get their own influence, they decide where they link. None of them know they as independent somebody anymore. They do things them when they talk something, if for the caretaker for gladdy, so next time when they come it increase the how they call it in transport, the refreshment, or that in salary where they don't give them, then go add another small percentage for let them go able for live better life. So this is not the problem. This is not the problem. Now the thing these are the talk. Even the church and the mosque they right now, when they go school, when they come out school and come, they all want salary. So now not about what you can do for let people and get the right message in a God message, but now what you can do for let you fame for so you go get bigger salary. Period. So all thing now na trade. Now only way you do good business, now people they come to you. Serious. You don't done. So the mock so the church the tribal heads, the paramount chief, they all not trader there right now. They're all not trader. You can see they go to market. Oh yeah, they find per mine here. All man they are like own. So either you get the fine voice or either able for cajole the customer, now they get a better attention. Now they all the pass right now. Arrest.
Well, all of these just they go to with people, because some of them things here where they go on, they don't know this, they don't know how they talk about. But some people they feel say, now bedful, you don't bedful, we come, you can't see all the talk about. But one thing about Salon woman, if not so, you not to that more man, you wrap yourself white pieces, red pieces, you hold you get them now, you begin to make sometimes when you talk, they know they believe you. But most of them things are where they happen, plenty people and they where they give evidence to that say we be done they inform people them say now so the thing they go, but where it been start, it not been dirty yet, like I don't dirty so right now. So man not be believe, but I believe say the peak where it don't reach to now, everybody don't confirm and believe waiting with the try for talk. Same way so God, when I get a country, when I get a leader, we don't miss that country in direction. You find out say most of the elders them now someone they turn bootlickers. No way no day. Now someone they get for B. More especially you get some people who just believe in their political party them way they believe, or they believe in the tribal lines them way they feel say it okay for them. Now so thing they happen. But we still continue for pray. For make God open plenty people in the eye, for make they see waiting they happen, and for me they see waiting they try for tell them. We know they do this thing because we hate anybody. We always talk and because you find out say if government change self today, never mind, they pray, not at all. For say, we pray for make we get a government similar like this. No, we say not go happy because we left for Sidon Aya. They talk some praises, talk them, but developmental issues them. Changes of the country. A country where you're able to call somebody immediately, you call it, you're able to get on a phone. Not to a country like this where we say we call the person, but all maybe you will not send support for them. As soon as begin, hello, how are you? The phone they begin pip. No, not to a country we they pray for. We know they pray for them with this, but any caretaker, we're not able to learn from this misdirection where they go on now in the country. You say you take this country back tomorrow, you have to leave you that direction there. Well, some of you don't want to get for sharp past this way because this is not just the warm up to. But we pray for make God able bring with somebody now. Who self go say, we tell God thank you. Not to for just they say subhanallah. We tire. And not to we again more. We picking them. Never mind some monkey say people in the Sidon diaspora, then they this, then they side. People in the West Sidon diaspora. That's the Alonians zero. They don't go on picking and that. They're unhappy for them picking and can't see the salon where the parents they come over. Who salon want out to begin? A salon this right now. That picking way on there in that country, not used to hot again. If at least you not get ACSF, you will pin fan for a whole the whole net, fan the block. It could be okay small. Where light wing, maybe past you don't use a say, well, I'm going to make a put lights off. No, you go to a salon. It's not possible for that picking in life. We say one grey mosquito, we slap her first night is. And you really know say, hey, I really can't on site for vacation. For sufferation, because I do not call them vacation. So now some of them tips and the we they pray for him, we not let for see any caretaker again, where they can put you behind. Because the side where caretaker they don't put you so, no hard feelings. The caretaker we get for take over this country, he get plenty work, and if for stay focused. Because the old way caretaker they don't dig so, he will really ask for cover. But if God give we caretaker, he not told that kind of how caretaker like caretaker be, maybe we go say alhamdulillah as they make for small, who self the work for help and for make the country small. So now this is not the exactly way they happen at the country. What I mean, now I rest my case for today. I don't know.
All right, the man waiting at the screen, in name na John Cocker. Yeah, he na the executive director of Fambul Talk International Sierra Leone. Search on Google Fambul Talk International Sierra Leone. Yeah, it don't dey na the country for long term, for long term. Where they do a lot of things. Then Fambul Talk, okay? Fambul Talk. Basically, they try for tell you say any problem. Una for able for sit down and talk like a fambul, like family. So now basically they try for say, and it always want for go down to the root cause, not to just follow you team up and see, hey, this thing happened today. Now this action for take. Rather, you for go back and look at waiting make we go to this point. Usa it begin. Now then the point finger at one person say Adebayo. But before that, why we not go to the community? Why we want for look at how it starts? Waiting happen. Waiting then at people in mind. Why other people person able for instigate them or where they go say bring them out of the street. Go back, engage the people and see how best you can able for come up with a very strong solution to the problem. Yeah. So not all like that. Tribal Edwin will tell you say thank you very much, sir. You don't do well. You don't save this, yeah. But at the end of the day, your end pa say, we tell you thank you for the salary where you don't begin giving. But you know waiting at the old thing. This is the sick way the country is sick right now. All man, and interestingly, most people they run for go inside politics, but because of the benefits where they want to get at the end of the day. But guess what? We will stay here as long as the life and the well body day. We go stay here and continue for watch government after government. As long as the life and well body day. Government after government, we go to watch them and make sure say we bring the hard things the way they do. We're very bad to the people of the country. We not care whether you be. For now, we will call we APC. Trade, and we don't call we SLPP. So no problem. After anything back, I know say you go get where you call me SLPP. No problem. We ready. As long as APC SLPP na inside Sierra Leone, we rep the green, white, and blue. Period. We go talk things where you know ever want for here, but we'll continue for talk am. As long as we there, the government within a power now they hold to account. Who that don't go. Then pull am because they're not able to serve the people very well. But you within at the power, you promise we the golden things them. You promise we for fix the economy in 6 months. You promise we for make things then go there in right order. You promise we bread and butter. But now then they tell we say they not they give we bread and butter. Then go make let it go on dry right now. Then soak and tomorrow for picking them. For God's sake. He say for the reserve for tomorrow. If you not get thing for it today, you go reserve for tomorrow. You not get how waiting for make your life move today. How you go reserve for tomorrow? If I let you say I get savings, now where you get the way you eat first for day. At least if you're able to buy one bread safe per that money, you can still cut the small and keep. But if you not get the one bread money for it, how you go get savings? So who's kind of sense this now? Let it go on dry as long as it soak tomorrow. Who's tomorrow where they soak? You see, sometimes they can tell you as if education not ever there in the country. As if education not ever there. And that's the try for tell you so. We don't do all this for education. Education be always there. Tuition fee. Then we don't they pay for we in some cases then pay for we in some cases it depends on the situation. You know, we be done there. Tijankaba in term. And it's by Kuma in term, public exam, all of them things in there. So the good thing now, Maada will extend the tuition fee, yeah, to other classes them. It's good. But not all like for say, okay, it's like you tell we say what did you do right now tomorrow we'll get for Siam. Like for say the one they all will be don't go school trade, they not better they are lucky. So because they not pay for them, the government not pay for them, they are lucky, so they're not going for bring good thing at the country. Waiting go make waiting the one they don't do it different from the one there. And Abukuno money ain't go make the country go before. No. You get for get the proper mindset. And you as the leader get for start the ball rolling. You get for lead by example. Now all of them things then they now they make other country go before. Not to just education. In fact, some other country when I talk about so education. Education they by different level. Some people then they go do 6 months course. Then don't get work for do. Oversee 6 months course. Some even they do 3 months course. 3 months short course. Then the employer they pay and confirm. It dey happen. So these are the basic things them. It's not about make for the picking and take tomorrow. If you don't pay for the picking and take, then you want to go college. Imagine you want to go college, you don't get the money. Waiting at the use now of that all that thing we don't get. Waiting at the use. So I think say the most important thing now that middle level, that one where you go say we want to do this thing. Now fast, quick something. But all the way till you talk education a long term project that one day. Copy other country them, na the Western world. Then 6 months, then 3 months course. Then don't do this course. Make sure say then do practical work. Then sabi, then graduate, then go do work. Now work better than they do. Remember, for let country go before, not to one side though. Carpenter they make country go before. Welder they make country go before. Fitter, all them middle empower. In fact, now them na the wheel for the economy. Now then they move the economy because all of the other people them, the other group of people them need them for go before. Not to just that go to school read and write. Not to him. Not to him. That is why you see a lot of blunder they right now. Because not to book make sense, now sense make book. Basic common sense. Some people they call them professor, they call them doctor. That common sense they not get her. They not get her. So not to for begin say me na doctor, me na professor, me na this. Now the basic, the common sense, how you for able for relate, now it's very important. But if we miss all of them things there, I wonder who side we dey or who side we dey go. So we really need for the look at them things then day. But waiting I want for tell you no more. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. salon time, tomorrow Wednesday, we get Blue Mind. Yeah? Where you will come and talk and also you want for talk. So join me 3 p.m. salon time for let we talk about waiting the happen at the country where you feel say right and not right. Or waiting you think say lots of people they don't say we're correct or we're not correct. But at the same time, remember it's a disclaimer. We not promote any tribal, regional, or anything we get for do with violence na ya. Wetin we care about, wetin dey happen, we dey talk how e dey. We no dey dilute ourselves. If dem dey pan protest right now, how wetin we see, now we dey talk pap. We no dey dilute am. But we no dey promote anything because wetin do we stand for? Unity, freedom, justice. Yeah, but in as much as we stand for all of them things there, we as well hold the government to account. I rest my case.
Well, we just want for continue for tell we family members and plenty thank you both Facebook and YouTube. As we all want team up for push this program go before, as we all want team up for improve this channel, we will talk of 100, 200. Now today we the talk of 49,800 family members them. We're proud of una, we respect una, we honor una, and we continue for do the good thing we were supposed to do for please una. Plenty thank you to you. We come and share, like the program, both Facebook and YouTube. Me, Nabayabura Kablai, not forget say tomorrow, na you day. 3 p.m. salon time, we will bring you Blue Mind inside the same family house. Your program, we na your time for talk, waiting, we self no know, but the country and waiting we know about. Stay tuned tomorrow, 3 p.m. salon time. Me, Nabayabura Kablai. Tata, I love you all.
Me na Pierre, the freedom fighter. We love you also so much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Salam alaikum rahmatullahi abarakatuh.
You know say plenty people no get for votes the time for election? Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so, now go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step we go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person no go able for help people. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey work na Lomley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake dey. As them blow the whistle when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to you business. You dey go serve na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then na power or me party go return na power if I not able for vote. You want vote.